Welcome back to the RVMax.us YouTube channel. My name is Mayan Shah, and today we've got a beautiful 2006 Prevost Liberty Coach Titanium Edition. This is on the XLII chassis, and it has two slide outs on this side of this beautiful motor coach. This thing has been extremely well looked after. When you walk around the bus and you see all the ways they've finished out the bays with that legendary Liberty carpeting and stainless steel trim that is just timeless. Let's go ahead and start looking at this thing in depth. Around the front of the coach, it's in excellent condition. It's got a really interesting paint job, I think, with a lot of texturing going on in this stripe here that looks like sort of like a, I don't know, like some kind of exotic tea with a little bit of milk mixed into it. But that is really gorgeous. The stainless trim up here is really nice too. And then Liberty Coach. Two big windows up above. We've got cameras all around the coach, including cameras or one camera located right up there on the forehead of the bus. And you can also see the body line with those two Zip D rails that go down the full length of the coach and then wrap around, meeting a nice little wing that goes off the back of the coach. The front of these will drop down, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. All you need are the keys, and open up this compartment right here, and the latch is right over here in this compartment after you open it up using the keys. There's a little green label there, and you just pull that handle like so, and that will unlatch the front bumper. Now, while we're looking in here, you can see how clean everything is, which I love to see in a coach. Even down there, you know, where you've got a lot of air bits and bobs and valves and fittings, and you know, it's close to the road down here. You've got ventilation and things like that happening. So really nicely sealed. And Prevost buses, that's one of the big pros of having a coach like this, is the insulation is top notch. Now this drops down right here, and you've got a few nice things, one of which is a beautiful train horn that we've got on this coach. And it's also got a nice air horn setup that is separate from the train horn, and those are mounted up on the roof. Now right here we've got two of the cruise air units, so that's where you would service these if you need to get to them for any reason. And as you can see, even back behind this bumper, it's super clean. I love seeing all the mechanics of how these XL coaches operate. There's something about these stainless buses that every time you drive one, it's like, oh wow, that's the ticket right there on the XL bus. That's why people are gravitated towards these things. They're more metallic feeling, they're more substantial. Everything, you know, the front bumper, this door here, which by the way, we do have side cameras. This driver's side one is located right here. The mirrors are in excellent condition. And then we've got these super bright docking lights that surround the coach. Now we've got 2021 Michelin tires all around on this coach, with the big 365s being on the steer and tag axle. And the power steering fluid and filter for the power steering fluid was just changed within the last 6 months. Now right here is our first storage compartment behind the driver's steer wheel, and just more XL-ness. This door opens up like so, and you actually have two of your Liberty Coach Zip D chairs located in this door, which are quite fantastic, and I love the fabric choice. Now we've got a storage compartment here that does slide out, and the trim is stunning Liberty Coach. The carpeting is very clean, and you also have a few extra little emergency parts just in case when you're on the road. They're so satisfying when they shut too. Now over here is your sort of central location for AC input into the coach, and you can select different ports to plug into shore power on this coach. You've got a cord reel, and then you've got two auxiliary 50 amp power plugs where you can plug in on either side of the coach. All right, so the next storage compartment here, we're gonna open up, has a bit of grill action. You wonder why? Well, you've got the radiator for your 20 kilowatt generator located behind those additional grills and additional storage compartment doors right there. You've even got some copper tubing running to them. Isn't that crazy? Liberty coach. You've also got your overflow reservoir right here, and then your pressure regulator for the airbags on the generator. And look at the chassis rails, stainless steel Prevost bus chassis rails. Now right back here, we've got two updated Outback inverters, replacing the old Hart interface inverters. You've also got your Allen Bradley and your Creston system, the guts of it all up in here, and there's fuses and relays, which are all very nicely labeled out. For the at times complex and high-end systems these Liberty coaches have, it's quite impressive how simple they look when they're all laid out, especially with all the numbering and all that good stuff. This next bay has a bit of grill. This coach does have the optional bus air package, so it will be able to cool you going down the road in a very powerful manner. And that's what's behind this compartment door right here, which you open up by using the little secret latch over there in the next compartment over. Those little squirrel fans there are for the bus air. I also like the additional buttons for the slide outs down there in case the buttons inside the coach decide to fail. Now right here is where our 20 kilowatt Kohler generator is an excellent setup, and it's on rails so you can slide it out and easily access and service it. It's also sitting on 4 nice airbags to suppress the vibrations in the coach. You can hardly hear these generators when they're in operation. Now this door goes right there with the nifty little latch, and to the right of it we've got the dump station. You've actually got a gray bypass in this motor coach where you can send the gray down a separate pipe there at your will. And then you've got your main dump tank over there to the right. These both have pneumatic dump valves. You just push a button and they open up and dump. We've also got some beautiful polished copper piping down here. And there's an extra water spigot to get water out of the system, as well as a built-in pressure regulator. This coach has a 163-gallon stainless steel freshwater tank, which is absolutely sizable, and a combined black and gray tank that I believe measures around 140 gallons. And that's a pretty good size on the tanks. It's got a 200-gallon diesel fuel tank too, so you can go a long way in this bus without an issue. Now we can go ahead and shut this Kaya, and we're gonna roll on. Now there's 2 docking lights on each side of this coach, one of which is located right here. These marker lights have also been updated, as well as the tail lights. Now these do have Prevost seals around both the slide outs, which give you an extra nice seal when those slide outs are either closed or out. The noise suppression's also really, really good. I mean, if I was out here yelling, you could barely hear it inside the bus. It's pretty impressive, the insulation from outside noise. Now around back, this has a 14-liter Detroit Series 60, very well serviced. We've got a new radiator in the side of this coach. We've got a new gearbox for the side radiator fan, and just over its, I think, about 117,000 miles, it's been very well taken care of. This one runs wonderfully. And the first time I drove a Prevost bus, which is coming up on 10 years ago, it's crazy. I was just shocked at the lack of vibrations coming through the chassis and the shell. I had to look down at my tachometer to figure out what the engine was revving. It was crazy. But this engine bay reveals nice and clean rubber and just it looks and smells like it's been taken care of, and it has been. Also, look at the chassis. The chassis is just substantial. Big 14-liter pre-def Series 60. This is the heyday. You can also top off the oil easily using your reservoir right here. You've got a valve to let the extra oil go down in the coach or into the motor. And then, again, additional framing up here. You've got your coolant top off up here, and everything is just so top notch. Now this extra stainless bit here is actually installed by Liberty Coach from the factory, and it protects you from getting hurt by these belts or anything like that. You can easily take it off too if any service needs to be done. Now this coach was taken to Prevost service facilities its whole life, and it has received from the Dallas-Fort Worth Prevost facility the Prevost side panel update. Now that is a big deal on these coaches, as some people are aware, and it's one of those things that can provide some peace of mind to certain buyers out there. Now this compartment that I just closed, for some reason, I just like operating that little latch. So satisfying. There's actually a bit of hidden storage back here. It's a stainless finished box, and it's extra storage that really is done in Liberty fashion. We've also got easy access to the jump off points, and I love the little rubber covers as well as all the fuses that pop out if they ever trip. Now the next compartment over actually has our 50 amp power cord reel, which has a switch to bring it in and out. And now we are walking towards the patio area. This is where you'll be hanging out, having fun, grilling out, doing your thing, and having fun. And with this Liberty coach, you're doing it with such great style. First of all, you open up this compartment right here. Hey, you've got an outside faucet. And then while we're looking at this compartment, behind the outside faucet, we've got some utilities. We've got our main Mach 5 water pump. We've got a reverse osmosis filtration system. We've got a freshwater dump valve down there, which is pneumatic, and you work by a push of a button. We've also got a recently replaced electric marine water heater here, and just easy access to a lot of stuff and just a centralized location. Now this bay right here doesn't open up because it has your holding tanks back behind there. That's just a panel there that makes it look better, and it looks really nice when you have this opened up. Now this right here is actually where our bus air condenser is located. So you just pull this little tab over here and it opens up, secret compartment. And look at the size of that. So that's for your bus air, which is a Prevost factory option on these coaches. And it is a beast of a system that keeps this bus cool or warm, depending on the situation, with just engine power. Now right here is one of the fuel access points. You've got two access points, one on each side of the coach. And we're casually standing under our two main Zip-D electric awnings on the coach. So you've got the two smaller Zip-Ds on the driver's side, and then you've got the two big Zip-Ds on the passenger side here. Now, right under here, you've got your entertainment bay. So I love these lights that are mounted on the lower part of this compartment door because it just blasts this area with lights. They're actually super bright. They can get in your eyes, but they're quite useful if you're hanging out here and you want a little more light. There is a sweet underlighting setup on this coach, and at night it just glows. Now right here, this TV will actually come out. This is an updated smart TV with a Bose soundbar, and it's on a swivel mount so you can turn it whichever way you like. And this compartment actually comes out with it with a little storage bin where you can keep your remotes and things like that. We've also got a couple of drawers, which are really set up nice with these high quality. You know, just Liberty Coach doesn't forget anything. I mean, those are just unique and just so well done. And then you've got a refrigerator on the other side there with your little outdoor entertainment setup. Subwoofer in between. This is set up for some tailgating activities. Now this right here is our full pass-through storage compartment. The longboard can be thrown in the deal to sweeten it. We've got outlets out in this bay here. And then up above, I love this. This is just Liberty Coach, right? You open that up. You've got that beautiful piano hinge there. You've got these beautifully sliding drawers, all carpeted. Just, you know, done with such class. The style is just very practical, clean, and well done. But then you close the face and you've got this timeless stainless look that matches the rest of the bus. And it's just on fire, this coach. It's really cool. There's a fire extinguisher. Speaking of being on fire, you probably need to carry that. This coach is pretty hot. And then this right here is super sweet. Got the snap-on slide-out tray setup, which you can open up like this, swing back, and boom. Isn't that beautiful? And coach owners know you got to carry a couple tools. It's smart. It's wise. Yeah, that's a cool little piece right there. It just clicks into place. And then again, this whole thing slides into place right there. Now that we've toured the exterior of this coach, let's take a step through that beautiful entrance door and see what this coach is like with the slides closed. Let's step on inside with the slides closed. It says, please remove shoes, so I will obey. As you can see, we've got tons of space in here with the slides closed. You can even use your recliner and not have to worry. Love this setup. I mean, can't go wrong. You can hang out in here. You can seat a lot of people in here if you'd like, or just sprawl out and take a nap. Love this amount of space. This door can swing completely open, revealing the toilet room. Refrigerator, very easily accessible. And yeah, the whole coach is very usable. Check this out. This is a flex. Being able to walk around like this, I mean, I can turn completely straight. That's a lot of space. To have a slide back here and to still be able to get around to your closet, that is a big plus. You don't even need to use the slides to enjoy this coach. But let's go ahead and deploy those Prevost slides. All right, the slides are extended now, so we've got a plethora of space in this coach. I love all of this leather furniture that is just gorgeous. We've got this beautiful big brown couch over here that actually does have like a good bounce to it. And then all of the material that surrounds me on these walls is covered in this beautiful leather material. The fabric around these pillars here is also a nice looking material. This chair here will swivel, obviously. And there's another fire extinguisher right over here in this corner. And this lamp is pretty nice. I think that was a tasteful choice. It goes with the interior very well. And then you can have just this part on too if you'd like. Leather on the front two seats is in excellent condition. This coach was well loved, well maintained, and it really shows it when you look around in here, especially around the entrance where you've got a lot of traffic coming through the bus. Sitting here, I can enjoy like the huge ceiling pieces that are just incredible. I mean, there's also like secondary leather up there. There's also storage down below here with this slide out drawer. got some of our equipment in here. And then here we've got some interesting information on the coach. You know what? Let's take it out and glance at it real quick. This is like the original Prevost build sheet here, and just a ton of manuals. A lot of interesting information. And it all goes with the coach. Now we've got a nice little Euro recliner here, which is in excellent condition. I love the stitching there. And the countertop kind of swoops around. And then you've got another little piece of countertop over there with outlets. You're surrounded with outlets here. Now there's the front thermostat. This is for the Webasto furnace heat. So you've got dual zone, 80,000 BTU Webasto diesel heat in this coach, which is super powerful. Now let's go ahead and walk over here to the kitchen area. This coach, I think, has a pretty good size kitchen. The countertops have a good amount of square footage on them. There's like a second layer up here. It has a lot of intricate cuts in it as it surrounds this piece here, and then has just a lot of little minute cuts that go a long way when you're looking at it, especially with that backsplash. And the bus air actually comes out of a vent right underneath that backsplash, which looks pretty cool. Now down below, there's a bunch of storage here. So this is like a single bowl sink. And you've got the pot cleaner, as well as the little filtered water setup here that comes from the plumbing bay down there. But you still have a lot of storage down below with automatic lights that turn on as soon as you open up the cabinets. And over here, you've got a couple more storage compartments. Nice hardware, adjustable shelf there. And I love the shape of these cabinets. They have all of the cabinets, you know, sculpted as if putting in the work to make these cabinets was just nothing. Now, all of this down here is in excellent condition as well, and just the cabinetry throughout is in excellent condition. Lots of storage space, even below this galley cooktop, which is a dual burner electric stove. And the way that they cut this Corian to fit so nicely almost disappears. And then down below, we do have a dishwasher and a drawer. And then there's a wine cooler to the right of that. And up above our stovetop is the microwave convection oven with the cabinet doors that slide straight back into the cabinet. Now to the right of that, we've got our Sub-Zero refrigerator. And then down below, we've got two freezer drawers there. Now across from the refrigerator, we do have an LED lit pantry with adjustable shelves in there. And here is our booth dinette. So this booth dinette right here is huge. First of all, it's set up on this second level. So we've got that wood floor down there, which looks beautiful. By the way, that wood floor is just such a nice touch. It's cut so seamlessly here with the tile. It has this swooping action there. But this dinette is huge. It's a big J. It's covered in this beautiful leather. And then you can extend this whole countertop by just pressing this button right here. And again, look at the styling on that. This is matching the rest of the colors in here. That's been painted and it's got a shine to it. There's like a metallic shine to the just the structure that holds this big Corian piece up here. And then this is super comfortable. There's like this really cool curve in this leather here, and just sitting here and enjoying the view from this position is spectacular. This coach is stunning. Anyways, there's lighting everywhere. I've got lighting right above me here, and you can dim these lights through the Creston touchscreens, so you can get the exact ambiance you want. So a bit of storage up here. Again, beautiful sculpted cabinetry. And let's go ahead and step back into the toilet room. So this is amazing. We've got a very nicely finished out miniature brick wallpaper, if you will. This is all tile work. And this bowl is very nice. This bathroom is awesome. It's a good size too. So this is an elongated porcelain bowl toilet. And sitting in front of me, I've got a bunch of space in between me and that door. I've got piano hinges on the doors. And there's actually another door right over here. That takes me to the rest of the bathroom. So the rest of the bathroom, we've got our shower right here, which is a unique shape, big glass enclosed shower with that amazing tile. This tile is, I feel like it's a little different from the rest of the tile on the coach. Got like a mosaic tile on the floor here, nice little stainless drain, and yeah, the unique shape of this shower is quite cool. It just feels special. There's also a thermostat on that spigot, so you're going to get the nice exact temperature that you want out of that shower head. Now, right over here, we've got lots of storage space. So wardrobe, 3 drawers down below. We've got a built-in hamper down here, and then another big wardrobe up above. Now, to the left of the shower, we've got our washer-dryer stack. And then we still have a little bit of storage down below. And I love how this vent extends with the drawer cabinet. It's so extra. Now, we do have built-in electric heaters in the tow kickboard throughout the coach, which is a nice plus. It's just another way to heat the coach. Now, step back here in the bedroom, and we've got a huge king bed with an amazing headboard. There's leather everywhere. We've got wood everywhere. I love this kind of spoke. It's like a wheel, but it's a half circle. And then this is that painted metallic material that kind of matches the structure that holds up the dinette table, interestingly. Anyways, we've got 2 countertops on each side of the bed here, and there's outlets on each side as well. Now, I love this bed setup. I think it's absolutely spectacular. You've got these windows that surround the bed. So there's a big window right behind the headboard, and then 2 big windows on each side of the headboard as well. You've also got touchscreens on each side. There's lots of storage all in the walls here. And then there's an emergency window right over here as well. So you can bail out quite easily if you need to. There's a sink in the bedroom, which I like. It's a beautiful sink too. Like, I could just take this home with me. And then there's nice backsplash over here. We've got a little grill where our bus air comes through when you're running down the road. Our rear thermostat for the furnace heat. Cruise air control for back here. And then there's tons of storage. Love the little styling here. Look at that. Again, with that metallic paint that matches a couple little key areas. Everything, it's just so cool to see how they've laid out the styling in these coaches. Storage here, it goes back in there. It's kind of cavernous. Lots of storage, adjustable. These fold out like so. Love how the countertop wraps around here. Outlets, updated Samsung Smart TV so you can stream and have fun. And then step up here into bye. Okay, I'm coming back, all right? I guess I'll do the rest of the video. Anyways, big walk-in closet in the back of this coach. I love the LED lights back here. It just feels so special. There's 4 outlets dedicated to this walk-in closet. There's ventilation back here. We still have everything finished out in Liberty Coach fashion. Corian countertop, leather on the walls, drawers down below that roll so smoothly and effortlessly. Really cool that we have this because we still have a huge bedroom and a lot of space to walk around that bed. And I can't get over how clean all of this cabinetry is. All of it, it looks so nice. I want to go to sleep in here. I'm getting sleepy. It's getting a little late. Anyways, that has been the interior tour. I hope you've enjoyed it. And as you can see, I'm gravitating towards the cockpit because that's what we're going to talk about next. but not before we talk about the Central Command Center. Let's take a peek at that. So this is where you're going to control all your breakers in the coach, and then you also have another Creston touchscreen control panel. Up above is the control panel for your inverters. And then down below, you've got 2 air conditioner controls, as well as your tank sentries for your freshwater tank and your holding tank. So this is kind of your central command. You've got your 2 lines coming in from 50 amp or from the inverters, and then the loads, what's going on. Inverter is on right now. Shore power is on right now. It's pretty straightforward. And then there's a nice little automatic LED that comes on when you open that cabinet. All right, we are now entering the highway system of the United States, particularly Highway 85. This thing is an absolute glider. It's super quiet. I mean, the noise difference between 20 miles an hour and what we're doing now is minuscule. Even with all these bumps, a big truck, just perfect. We have another big truck. Let's go ahead and turn on my entry light real quick so you can see. This coach just wants to go. Again, 20 and 50 don't really feel a whole lot different in this thing. So you kind of just want to keep trucking. I mean, it's one of the most pleasurable experiences as far as motor coach driving goes. And Liberty, on top of that, has some of the quietest interiors. They're known for that. So I have the legendary warranty that goes with the original owners that gives it lifetime squeak protection, rattle protection. That is a crazy warranty. Do what you must. I've got a rattle over here. You've got to fix it. It's so planted. XLs just have this planted feeling. You know, and all those bumps, it just handled it quite well. I got to be careful before I just end up driving us to the beach. I've been wanting to go see my grandparents and hit the beach. Trans retarder is so smooth. All right, time to throttle up the exit ramp. Oh, I'm so glad I get to drive this a little bit more on the way back. So here we are looping back onto the highway. Hit that trans retarder there and just come right in at the nicest speed. Come off the retarder, ease onto the throttle. It's so planted, this bus. I mean, I feel like I could be taking this corner a lot faster, but right now I'm taking it in chauffeur mode. There's a lot of power. Like, you know, these are heavy buses. These are some of the heaviest buses out there, with, you know, some of the best structural integrity out there as well. So I think that's part of why I sometimes get shocked when I feel that big 14-liter take off. I mean, this is prime 14-liter, pre-def, just unadulterated Series 60 in its heyday. I mean, I can hardly hear it back there, if at all. This is a wonderful coach to drive. Absolutely wonderful. Whoever gets this coach is going to have so much fun driving it that they're just going to want to keep going and continuing to put more miles and more smiles on the coach and on their faces. So with that, peace and love. Please subscribe, and thank you all for the support. We will catch you all on the next one. This 2006 Prevost Liberty Coach Titanium Edition has been a pleasure.